Okay, we are trading November 4th, Tuesday. We have news coming out in 40 minutes and then another at the end of London session. Still have government shutdown, but it is NFP week, so even though government is shut down, I'm still just going to be trading it as if it's a regular NFP week. Um, um, yeah. So if we look at DXY, we've taken out previous month's high. Also, the previous month did close past this bearish redelivered rebalance on the monthly. And then so far in this month, we've taken previous month's high, previous week's high, and previous day's high. So I feel like we're kind of overbought, but at the same time, we're super close to this drawn liquidity. So I feel like this is going to get hit. Maybe just create a low of the week. I would assume in this monthly redelivered rebalance, right? We would just retest it and then continue higher. And I think this is reasonable to be a weekly objective for the dollar. With that being said, though, Monday of this week closed in the new week opening gap and then continued higher, taking new week's opening gap, taking previous week's high, and then today we opened way higher than the previous day's close, so it was a little wonky. 4 hour has one more hour left in this 4 hour candle, and it's looking like it is going to close past this new day opening gap, which I'm just kind of looking at as if it's a 4 hour for value gap. I'll mark it though as a new day opening gap. But then Euro looks a lot better. We don't have that weird new day opening gap. There's just this little one right here. And then we do have this 4 hour for value gap that has been keeping price down. And same thing, previous month's low sweep, week's low sweep, and day's low sweep. And we're obviously having a strong rejection, just like the dollar. So it's a little confusing because I only need, let me log into it real quick. Because I only need $18.18, right? So, I don't need very much, but I don't want that to cloud my judgment, right? So, let's see. If today just isn't a good day, then I'm just not going to trade. But what direction am I favoring? So I know that weekly is bearish for the euro, obviously, with this previous week's close as well. This is a very strong close. It's looking like it will continue lower as well. Yeah, honestly, I'm thinking high of the week could be made inside of this daily for value gap. Maybe, is this a new week opening gap? Nope. It's a new day opening gap. Yeah, maybe high of the week made inside of here. Let's see what this is looking like. Yeah. I'm really leaning towards long euro, bearish dollar for what I want to trade, because for a dollar, it's a similar situation, right? Except it's redelivered rebalance here. And we have that monthly redelivered, and we have this monthly redelivered rebalance as well. So I feel like low of the week could be made here. So I am bearish dollar, bullish euro on the day. Yeah. So like I said, we do have this opposing 4 hour for value up here on the euro, which isn't good. And then we do have an opposing 4 hour for value gap here on the dollar, which also isn't the best, but we are closing past this need a opening gap, which I'm liking. So scenario wise, it's looking like Asia displacement range, right? Asia to London OTE, but it's a little different because it looks like Asia made one range, tapped into this 1 hour for value gap, and then continued lower, right? So I'm thinking I kind of want I wish I had like a 4 hour for value gap, like a bullish one that I could just work in. Yeah, and if I was bullish dollar, this would not be the best condition. So I think what I'm going to end up doing either way is I want to wait for this 4 hour candle to close on the dollar. Preferably I want the body to close past this 4 hour for value gap. And then the next 4 hour candle on the dollar, I want its high to be my entry. Now the question is, do I want to go off of this high or the overall high? What just happened? I don't know if the recording caught that, but my computer just tweaked out real quick. I think I want to go overall high, because I don't really have anything like ingrained into my system rules wise saying that like in this situation I just go with this high. You know what I mean? Like this doesn't stand out to me. Like well, it stands out to me, but this isn't like, I don't have a rule for Asia to London OTE based off of this, right? So yeah, I think that's the play. I think I am just going to go for an overall OTE from Asia low to whatever the high is made, and then enter. Why does this keep on switching? And enter something like this, and then wherever OTE ends up going, right? I would be targeting this daily for value gap, right? And honestly, if euro taps into its daily array and dollar taps into its, right? So that's terrible to see. That's also just dark. I can't even see it. So here and here, then I'm just going to take short euro, long dollar. But if not, if they don't, then like I said, I'm just going to go with this OTE. But if it does tap into it, it'll obviously be an Asia session opposing range, which, dude, why is my computer doing that? It's the second time I just did that. It is tweaking a little bit. Weird. Okay, let me wrap this up and then restart my computer. So yeah, that's the play. Basically, if price ends up running to these higher time frame objectives before I can get an entry, then I'm just going to trade in line with that, right, which is the overall bias. If not, and it kind of just chills, I'm going to wait for this 4 hour candle to close either way, and then I want the next 4 hour candle's high to be my entry to go short for the dollar, to go short into my higher time frame objectives. So yeah, I'm gonna go restart my computer. That was wild. 4 hour candle's about to close. Bang. past the yep. So I do like that. It is better for me trying to long the euro. Still have 3 hours left in this 4-hour candle. And we didn't hit our higher time frame objectives yet, so I am going to be looking to long the euro and short the dollar. Yeah. So just gonna set an OTE order. Let's see. Oh. But the plan still remains. Like, if OTE doesn't get hit, right, and it ends up running without me to the higher time frame objective, then I'll just look for the reversal from that higher time frame objective. But for right now, I'll set the order, and we're at 27. So that's, how much would 2 contracts? Oops. 2 contracts. Okay, so 3 contracts. Okay, yeah. So 15,380. Bang. I gotta figure out, like, actually, I think there's something in the settings where it's, I think this is it, where it'll auto apply it, and then like it'll auto apply my stop loss and restore reward. But then what I'm curious to see is when one or the other gets hit, does the order that didn't get hit also delete? Because like that's my issue, is like I'll set an order like this, I'll buy it, but then I'll have to manually set like my sell stop as well, and then my buy stop, or sorry, my sell limit, right, in this situation. And then, for example, if my sell limit gets hit, then my buy stop will still be there, and I have to manually close it. And that just sucks for like the trades that I have to let ride into the night a little bit, that I go to sleep for, right? Or if I have a runner, for example, because it's like, what if it hits my take profit and then reverses, right, and then tags it in, and then, you know what I mean? Like, it's annoying. So I'm gonna try that out and see if this works. Yeah. Alright, price is pretty close to my entry. Pretty close indeed. We're about halfway through the 4-hour candle on the euro, and just an hour into the 4-hour candle on DXY. DXY did tap into the consequent encroachment of this new day opening gap, which is nice. It also lines up perfectly with the OTE. So I'm kind of thinking that price might turn around and leave without me here. But at the same time, it could tap me in. So I'm just going to be chilling for right now. The main thing I'm focusing on right now is like not letting the fact that I'm $18 away from passing the funded account like mess up my system. Like I want to pass it legit, right? Like with my rules and everything. So yeah, just waiting for this entry. And then honestly, what I'm gonna do is, because it's only $18, right? So I literally just need like a few ticks, and then I'm chilling. So I'll probably end up like securing it by taking off like 1 or 2 contracts, and then just moving my stops to break even or a little bit more in profit, and then letting, the last contract or something run, um, just to let it run and like play out my trade as if it was a regular trade, right? Not just, I need $18 to pass the funded account. So, um, yeah, prices just dancing around this entry. It really doesn't want to tap me in, but I think it will. Yeah, there we go. And bang. Come on. Trying to drag that candle down just a little bit. No. Back down. Down. Yep, one more tick. Come on.
Order
yeah,
filled.
There we go. Alright, we in. I just realized is I think, if I remember correctly, if I click this X, it's just going to fully close my position. So, I don't know if that's a good thing or not. I'm just going to do this, bro. Bang. I mean, we already have it passed right now, honestly. Do I just close it now? I think I do, no?
Order filled.
That'll do. Alright, and my take profit and stop loss, I think it, yeah, I think it does. Like, follow. Or not follow, like, it's matched. Like, see how I just took 2 off there? Now my stop loss is at 1 and my take profit's at 1. But yeah, either way, we have it secured. I'm gonna just move this to break even. And yeah, this will probably end up getting stopped at break even. But I don't even care anymore. The account's passed. I did it. I passed it. This account took a long time to pass. I really had to. I'm just gonna close this, dude.
Order
I'm
filled.
just gonna close it. I don't even want to play. I don't even want to play with that. I'm just gonna secure it. Yeah, no, this took a long time to pass, honestly, and it was frustrating going through it, but it definitely needed to take a long time because I went through so many different emotions of like trying to figure out my system, honestly, just like really nailing down my system because I had my overall idea for what I wanted my system, my strategy to be, and like how I wanted it to perform, and like if you guys play games, it's like figuring out your play style. You know what I mean? Are you more of like I don't want to get into analogies, bro, but like it's just figuring out your play style, you know what I mean? And I knew what I wanted my play style to be like, right? And I just needed to really nail in that play style into the technicals, and or not even the technicals, like the rules of my system. Um, so I think that me obviously passing this account, and I mean, let me check my. Give me a second. Gotta switch YouTube accounts. and then go to my channel. Yeah, I mean, like, boom, boom, boom. So from October, -1%. I just want to see. Let's see. So -1 plus 1.5 plus 1.8 minus 0.5 minus 1 plus 1 right here and plus 1.6. So 3.4% in the month, which is half of my goal. I'm shooting for 6% per month, but it's just like the fact that I can do that now, and my losses I know are easily avoidable, right? I'm still gonna have losses. It's not like I'm gonna have 100% win rate, but like my losses are avoidable, and I can literally look back at them, right, and check like how to prevent those from happening. So I swear, my brain, I always have so many different things I'm thinking about while I'm trying to talk about one topic. So like if you guys ever feel like I'm talking super slow and everything, I am slow, right? Like, but you can even see it in my trading style, right? I mean, I'm trading off of a 15-minute, right? Like it can take even over a night, right? So like it could take hours for my trade to pan out, or it could take, 15 minutes. But that's why like ADHD is going crazy, and I, especially right now, like when I've passed the account, I have so many different things that like I'm thinking about, but I want to say so many things, and it's just, yeah, dude. Basically, I'm feeling really confident. I'm feeling really good. Um, I'm not feeling overly confident, and I'm not feeling like euphoric either. I was honestly expecting to be like popping champagne, like let's go, I passed my first funded account, right? But and even like my last trade, like my last two trades, just didn't really feel like anything crazy. Which is, I think, a good sign, right? Because it's making me numb. Like I'm already numb to losses. Um, Obviously they still hurt, right? Like they are still very annoying, but it's not like it's ruining my day anymore. I feel like is the biggest thing. When I have a winning trade, yeah, I'm gonna walk with a little bit more pep in my step, but like losing a trade used to destroy my day and my mental, and I would just be like, okay, like I'm over it. Like just let me just go to sleep already, reset the day, and then go on to the next trading day to try and fix it, right? And I still obviously deal with that, as I've talked about in like recent losses. It's like, okay, I want to fix my mistake, but that's the thing, is like I know that the losses are just mistakes, from my end. Like it's never my system, it's always my analysis, right? So it's always, the losses are always on me as a person, which makes me feel more confident that I can really take this far. Because if it's just me, overthinking or over analyzing, right? Same thing basically. Or if I'm too like greedy or like overzealous, then I'll miss some things. Like those are all things that I can hone in and become more and more aware of over time, which will allow me to execute my system way more efficiently and know like, okay, I'm feeling this way, and this could lead me to, for example, if I was super euphoric right now, I could be wanting to just jump into an X trade as soon as I get my account activated, right? And just be like, okay, I want to make money now. You know what I mean? Like if I was overzealous, that's what I would be feeling, right? And so I would have to be more aware of like, okay, I might be skipping over a few things in my analysis. So I need to make sure that I really go through my system in order, step by step, do my due diligence, and just execute it how it should be executed. So I feel like I'm just rambling at this point, but I don't know. I'm really proud of myself. I went through a couple resets, especially back before I started trading like ICT. Went through so many different strategies. Like I've traded so many different ways. I've traded high frequency forex, or high frequency options on forex. I went through IM Academy. I went through supply and demand. I went through indicators like EMA, Bollinger Bands, SARS, stochastics, like pivot levels. I've traded so many different things, but this is what I have now. The system. Shout out to Omar, NBB Trader, because he's like what really simplified everything for me. And then I just kind of like took it from there. Like I'm gonna be honest, I was in the mentorship for a while, and then once I like learned as much as I could from that, and even Omar agreed with me when I mentioned this when I was leaving the mentorship. I just texted him. I was like, hey, I feel like I've learned everything I could from the mentorship, and you've helped simplify everything a lot, because ICT concepts can be really overcomplicated for no reason. And he did a very good job of simplifying everything, along with some of the people that I met in the mentorship, in the group chats. Also helped simplify things a lot. So just helps me feel a lot more confident. I'm very, this is the most confidence I've had in the system. And like I said before, I know that I can keep the losses to a minimum. And yeah, I'm starting to talk in circles. I'm just pretty proud. So I'm just going to end it there. I'll activate the account. Probably will be chilling the rest of the week, because it is NFP week. Yes, the government's shut down. So I don't know how it's going to affect NFP, but because I don't know how it's going to affect NFP with the government being shut down, I'm just going to act as if it's a regular NFP week. And I usually do one trade max a week. So, yeah, I'm just going to rock with that. Yeah, I'm going to hopefully activate this account and then start trading live next week.